Hi, welcome to Sumery P. Today I'm super excited. I'm going to share one of our favourite ways to make spelt pizza dough. We make this probably every week. It's quite easy. It's only 3 ingredients plus water. So I've got 750 grams of white spelt flour. So I'll pop that into my mixer. I use my stand mixer because I've got it and it's easy, but if you didn't have one, you could just do it by hand with a big wooden spoon, or instead of the hook attachment, you just use your hand like the hook. And then we've got a tablespoon or 16 grams of salt. And then I use instant dried yeast, 1 packet, 7 grams, which is about 2 teaspoons. And I don't put it near the salt, I put it on the other side. And then I just use lukewarm water. So it's just filtered water from my Brita water filter, and I do a little bit of kettle water so it's kind of warm to touch, and that I find is the best way. And I just pour that in, and I'll put some cup measurements up above, but I always find it's better to weigh it because then you're more precise, especially with bread making. And then I just knead it on this stand mixer for about 5 to 8 minutes. Started on low, and then I ramp the speed up once the flour is incorporated, because otherwise the flour tends to go everywhere. And we've been perfecting this pizza dough for probably about 4 years. We just love making pizza at home, and we bought a special pizza steel, which I'll pop a link in the description below. We also bought what's called a pizza peel, which is a really huge big spatula that helps you get the pizza out. So the aim of this, let's put our timer on. So I've got the timer on 5 minutes. The aim is to get this really silky and smooth, like elastic and shiny. And working with spelt flour is a little bit trickier than regular flour. You do need to fall in love with getting the right hydration. And my aim is to get this bowl clean. So our 5-minute timer went off, and you could see that it's all clean now. And that looks really stretchy and smooth. So what I do now is grab some olive oil and pop it on my hands. You can do flour, but I love the feeling of olive oil. And I forgot to mention that this quantity makes 5 dough balls. So perfect for a family, but there's only 2 of us. So what we do is we probably will have 2 tonight, and then I pop 2 in the fridge, and I'll probably pop 1 in the freezer. This bowl is perfect because it's big enough to let the dough double in size. So I just add some of the extra oil to the dough because it's on my hands. So there's no real need to oil the bowl. But if you need to transfer it into another bowl, just grease the bowl with a little bit of olive oil or with some shortening. And then I just pop that dough back in the bowl. And this bowl does come with a lid. So I often use the lid, but I just wanted to show you how to use it with a damp cloth. So just pop the damp cloth over the top like that, and sit it in a warm spot. My kitchen's quite warm, the window's not open, so there's no draft or anything. And that'll take about 45 to an hour, just depending on where you live and how cold it is. If you're in a cold climate or your kitchen's quite cool, it might take up to an hour and a half to double in size. I'll set that back there and stick around because I'll show you how I separate it and stretch it into dough balls. So our timer went off, it's been an hour, and let's just check on our dough baby. And look at that, it's huge. It's doubled in size and ready to get out. So first step, we need to flour the bench. So I've got some spelt flour here, and I'm just going to generously flour my bench, flour my hands, and you can either divide it by eye, but I like to use my scales. It's good to have like a dough scraper like that to grab all that dough out. If not, you can just use your hands. So this, I don't know if I mentioned before, it makes 5 balls, and they're 12-inch pizzas. We like to do our pizzas in what's known as a Neapolitan style. That's what this pizza dough is, because when you add olive oil to your dough, that becomes a Roma style. So ours are relatively thin and crispy, and you still have like a little pillowy soft edge. I don't usually like eating crust, but I love eating this crust. It's quite soft, not too hard to chew. So this is quite a sticky dough. And look at all that stretch, even though I've used spelt flour. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I've just floured a little plate there. And they don't have to be perfect. So what I do is I grab a little bit of extra flour on my hands and just knock a little bit of the air out in your hands or on the bench. And then what we're trying to do is make it into a dough ball. So you just pull and pull back into the center, and then you can kind of feel it. This takes practice, and I was really bad at it at first. I can't speak. But then it kind of, you just feel it. It's like practice makes perfect, and you can feel that it kind of tightens and comes into itself, and then you can roll it a little bit on an area that's not floured. And then what we'll do is add some flour to a container. So I'm going to put 2 in the fridge straight away. So that's just a container that I've got that I can put a lid on. That one will go in there. And then I'll pop a little bit of flour on top, and we can have those tomorrow. So let's do another one. And then I'm going to show you in another video what I do for toppings. So this is just about the pizza making dough today. I'm going to experiment. We usually always eat our pizzas and never put them in the freezer, but I'm going to experiment putting a ball in the freezer today, and then I'll do another video showing you how the freezered dough ball comes out. And the thing about dough like this is I found that I wasn't the best person to make it at first, but they always tasted good. If you get your flour and water levels right, no matter how the construction looks, they still taste great. And that's something that I call it rustic pizzas. And we haven't bought takeaway pizza for a really long time because we make our own because it's so simple. Okay, so those 2 with a little bit of flour on top of that one. They're ready for the fridge. So the 2 that I make for tonight, I'm going to pop it on this baking tray, pop a little bit of flour in that, and you can either cover them with plastic wrap, or I'm going to put the damp cloth back on it. So this dough, rest of this dough should make 3 balls, what I'm up to. And it's just started sticking to the bench because I'm talking too much and taking my time. It's very sticky today, which is great. But sometimes it's a little bit, you can it gets tense when you can no longer stretch and pull, and that's when it's right. And just make it twist and then roll it, pop it on the tray. Grab your damp cloth, and then we just seal that over. So it creates moisture, and then that can rise for another hour. So that one's ready. I'll just pop it to one side. And then the last one, I've got a container that I've prepared. So I'm going to put it in. I've got like a deep takeaway container, and I've lined the bottom with some paper, just baking paper. So let's just stretch and pull this one into itself. I'm going to freeze it. I might freeze it for a week or 2 and then grab it out, defrost it, and then make pizza and show you. That's my dough ball. Roll it around a little bit. Pop it in the container. And just to make sure it doesn't stick to the lid, I've got another bit of paper. I'm just going to pop it there. So that's my freezer one. I'll pop in the freezer. And that's it. That's how you make spelt pizza dough. That's simple. And if you want to check out how I do my toppings, I'll pop the link up here as soon as I've done the video. Hopefully I'll do it back to back. And thank you for watching. Hit the like button or the thumbs up. If you're new here today, consider subscribing. And don't forget, share it with a friend and pop a comment below if you make it and give it a go. And let me know what your favorite spelt toppings are. Let me know what your favorite pizza toppings are, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching. My hands are very dirty. I need to go wash them.